Okay, so I've already started this hairstyle just by making 3 braids in the front of her head on each side. So she's just holding those. We don't have them tied off yet. And then I'm going to take the section of hair on top of her head, basically just a little square of hair. The parts don't have to be perfect. You're not going to see them in the end, but you just want to grab the hair that's on top and then just tie that off so that it's out of the way for now. And then you're going to want to smooth this hair out on the bottom. And then take each of these braids, starting with the first 2 on each side. You're just going to bring them around and tie them together kind of loosely. You don't want them super tight across her head. You want them about like that so that they're hanging down a little bit and not pulled tight. And then grab the next 2 and you can just add those in to the first ponytail down a little ways. And then the last set, you just want them down a little bit further. And just add them into that same ponytail all the way down. And then you might remember I made a waterfall French braid that you didn't need to French braid with a topsy tail. We're basically going to be doing that with the rest of this hair. So you're going to want to make a part. You can either do it in the middle or on the side, just whatever you prefer. I'm just going to do it in the middle today. And then keep the other half of the hair just out of the way while you're working with this side. And I'm going to spray this with a little bit of water so that we don't have flyaways. So just starting in the front, you're going to grab a small section of hair and then you're going to, you can either use a topsy tail or I'm using a design weaver. These are a little bit smaller and easier to work with. The topsy tail is a little bit bigger, but it'll still work. You're going to thread her hair onto whichever tool you're using, and then you're going to thread it through all 3 of these braids. And this is going to give it the effect that you've French braided these all together, but you actually haven't. It's a lot quicker than French braiding and a lot easier as well. So you just bring that hair right through the braids. And then you're going to grab the next section. I'm twisting this up just so that the hair will fit into the design weaver a little bit easier. But you really don't want the hair twisted when you pull it through the braids. Alright, I've got the first side done. So here's what it looks like, just with the one side, and then I've still got this hair here. I'm just going to thread it through these 3 braids the same way. Okay, so here's what it looks like after we've pulled all of the hair through the braids. I think it looks pretty cool. And if you're a teenager or a little bit older, you could probably get away with leaving it like this. For her, she's pretty active, and when she goes to school, she goes to recess, and I just don't think these hairs are really going to stay how we want them. So I'm going to bring all of her hair over and just put it into a side ponytail. just a loose ponytail, and that'll keep the hair down, keep it from coming out. And then I'm just going to add a clip at the bottom. And that way it's not going to get all messed up.